Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Leslie and this is a new channel. I am actually doing a bonus reading for Pisces today because you all had the most engagement on my videos last week. I realize I'm going to have to kind of change that up because not everyone has the same amount of time to engage with the video. But this week it's going to be Pisces, so thank you everyone, but especially Pisces for being here. So last week was love message reading. So we're going to do another love reading. The spread is going to be a Celtic cross, so it's a little bit different than the spread that we did earlier in the week. So please check out the videos, like them, subscribe, comment, send me some feedback, send me some messages. Yeah, let's get this community going. So please support this channel. Definitely let me know if this resonates. Spirit, what is the message for Pisces? What is the message for Pisces? The love message. Get us started with some cards, Spirit. What is the message, the love message for Pisces? Okay, wow. Ooh. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot card. We're going to clarify all these and get a little bit deeper. I'm going to go through these, as I see them on the table now, and then we'll clarify them. This Chariot is the overall energy. The Chariot card is very much about victory. It's about pushing forward. It can be about contrast. It can be about, very strong. The Chariot is like a very, high energy moving forward, hence a car here, but yeah. So Pisces, you could be moving towards something. You may have had a victory recently. You could have something to do with cars or car maintenance. You could have some car things going on. In the center of the reading, which is your energy, we have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is really about protecting what you've worked for, protecting yourself, protecting your things, protecting someone else. It can be being guarded, not letting others in. But it is also indicative that you have built something, or not built something literally, but like you're working on a project or you're growing a relationship. And there could be a point now where you could be feeling guarded. I want to remind everyone, when we talk about love can be intimate, romantic. It can also be with family and friends. It can be with projects and all those kinds of things, especially in a Celtic cross reading, because, it can be a deeper reading, we'll say. So the Seven of Wands, we're going to clarify. What we have in the position of the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting that something that you have, either it's taken a while to obtain or get to a point with something. But I'm getting the feeling that you may be waiting for something to start moving. Or for some of you, things might be suddenly shifting. So again, we're going to clarify these cards. In the conscious energy, like what's at the top of mind for you, Pisces, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is saying that you need to make a decision potentially. You could have your hands full with a lot of things to do. There could be a situation requiring balance that you're trying to bring more stability to. In the subconscious, we have the Star. And this is about, this is a major arcana, first of all. And so this is something subconsciously that's going on beneath the surface, whether you're aware of it or not, that is like, you seem to have something that you know what your wish fulfillment is. You're looking for wish fulfillment. You could be hoping, praying. You also could have an idea of what like wish fulfillment looks like. And I don't, we'll dig deeper into that, but like what that would mean for you. I'm also getting that you could maybe not fully realize what that is. In the past, we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about something that you've planted the seeds for and you're waiting to see some results. So this takes me back to the challenge of the Knight of Pentacles, of potentially you waiting for something or something taking some time to start moving. You could feel very deeply about this, and that could also be the Star here. In the near future, we have the World, another major arcana. That is transition and change coming in. That was 7:25 on the clock when I just looked. So something is coming to, a completion, and something new is going to come from that. Something else, we'll say, is going to come from that. This could be the end of a chapter. You could be traveling somewhere, or potentially the person that your person is at a distance. There's definitely something significant happening in your life right now, Pisces. I don't know how much I think it's still in the early phases of something. Because, again, the overall energy was the Chariot. And so this also gives me the feeling of travel and going somewhere, moving forward. But again, there could be a victory in love here. In the position of influencing the situation, we have the Knight of Wands. This is what I believe to be you wanting to go further with this, which is what's happening, is what you've done is going to pay off here. I see it's something you feel very passionately about. This could be, again, a newer situation or just developing. In your environment and how others see you potentially is the Ten of Cups. And so it could be that your person really wants some sort of fulfillment with you. Happiness, lifelong happiness and love. So it seems your person here is seeing also some wish fulfillment here. Um, in hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups. So Pisces, this is very much your energy. The Ten of Cups is as well. But I'm getting from this that either, pretty simple, either you're hoping or fearful of love and of sharing your cup of love with someone. There's a lot of emotion and passion. There's no swords on this table. So there's not a lot of, there could be some things that are hidden here or not communicated potentially. What the outcome is the Temperance card. And this is balance, which is just what you, Pisces, have at the top of mind, is what we were talking about here, is balance and, trying to bring things together in a way that is creative, co-creating of a harmonious connection or situation. This is wanting to make things together with someone. Okay, so we're going to clarify these cards and dig into this. So, it's 12:04 on the clock right now. Let's see what this Chariot is. Why is the Chariot here in the overall energy spirit? Why is the Chariot here? Why is the Chariot here, Spirit? 3 cards to clarify. Why is the Chariot here? Okay, clarifying the Chariot, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priest, which is actually the Hierophant, and the Magician. Wowee. Wowie. So Pisces, there's definitely some sort of opportunity that has come up that I see you wanting to move towards. It could be with an institution, it could be in a marriage, it could be in a traditional setting, but you have very much manifested this, and it is indicative of victory here, that you're moving towards this victory currently. And that's what this reading is about, is what you've manifested and are deciding to put your energy into and what you want to give and receive from. Spirit, why is the 7 of Wands here? Why is the 7 of Wands here? Why is Pisces showing up as the 7 of Wands? Why is Pisces showing up as the 7 of Wands, Spirit? One more card to clarify the 7 of Wands. Okay. Clarifying the 7 of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot. You got some big cards here. Wow. And the Empress. Wow. This is really great energy. I think that, what I'm getting from the 7 of Wands, well, yeah. Again, this is you moving towards something. I feel like you're stepping very carefully, but you're going quickly. I feel like you are feeling drawn to something or called to something. that will bring more stability and abundance. And it could be, you know, again, this is a love reading, though I'm not quite seeing love yet. About protection, you know, I would just say this could be, you know, you don't want to get in the way of get in your own way. And so that's the other energy I'm getting from this is potentially something or yourself getting in the way of you finding like fulfillment and bliss, basically. But we'll clarify. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this is about energy starting to move very quickly. Yeah, you've been waiting, and it's starting where you're in the period of it moving now. Things are about to shift. Which is the challenge. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? One more card to clarify. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here, Spirit? Please clarify. One more card. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is as the challenge. It's clarified by the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Some of you may be like building a home and things are moving forward now. This may have to do with your relationship. Something that you've worked really hard on is starting to move, like I said, but you have this Ten of Cups here. And so I think that this is where the love comes in, is maybe this is starting to move more quickly because, you know, again, you've manifested this Ten of Cups, this fulfillment, or it could be someone coming in with an offer as well. I'm getting both of those things here. So you could have been stuck kind of in a position or waiting for something to start moving, and someone could have come along. Again, this could be about various kinds of partnerships or loves, but this is the Ten of Cups here. And this is, again, the ultimate, and that's like all of love. And so I see that you've worked and you've been like missing something. You've been missing something. And maybe this is just like working in love, working on yourself to be able to love yourself, to move forward. But someone has come in and it seems like there's an offer here, and they may have what you have been looking for or what you have been missing. I feel like it was unexpected. Why? What do we want to clarify next? Let me think. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Please clarify the Two of Pentacles in the position of, in the conscious of, the forefront of the mind for Pisces. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Please clarify. So the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Wands. Your person could be a fire sign. The Page of Pentacles. There's that opportunity again. And the Ace of Wands for a new beginning. You may be unsure if you can trust this. person, or they may have like a, let's see. Actually, I'm getting this King of Wands is more you, Pisces. I feel like somebody kind of flipped a situation. Maybe you like had something, and again, they bring something in and it like totally kind of turns things around, and there's like a new idea or a new opportunity that's coming in that's brings in more emotional balance and passion and creativity into what you were doing. Spirit, why is the star here in the subconscious for Pisces? Why is the star here? Why is the star here? The star is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. This is, I think that Pisces, you have a fear of losing what you've worked for. What you've created to this point could, I think you're kind of having to potentially let that go, or again, it's changing. And so just like fear of losing that foundation. I'm getting that. I'm also getting that you're wanting to go with the flow and trust your intuition and your spirit guides. That's going to resonate for some of you, not all of you, but ancestors. And I believe there's like this, you have this desire, underlying desire to trust more in the spirit than the, like what we have tangibly. If that makes sense. There's really not a lot of, at least so far, like bad energy in this, except this Seven of Swords. But this also could be about strategizing. And part of your strategy is to delve more into the underworld or the spirit world, and to trust that intuition, to actually trust that your wishes can come true. There's that desire. All right, let's look at the world. Why is the world here, Spirit? Please clarify the world in the near future. Why is the world here? Why is the world here? One more card, Spirit, to clarify. Okay, so the world is clarified by the Justice card, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the future is your justice coming in, this victory of something that you have worked and put a lot of mental time and energy into. You've invested invested a lot of that. Maybe that's what part of this is, you know, there's been a lot of mental strain and stress and capacity, and it's like someone has come in to bring in some relief from that. Which I see is what you're seeking in some ways. I feel like what you've, I feel like what you've prayed for is coming in, and there's going to be a new beginning here. Not necessarily a new beginning, but like a enrichment to what you already have. $26:54 on the clock. Spirit, why is the 10 of Cups here in the position of the environment? Why is the 10 of Cups here? Please clarify. Why is the 10 of Cups here? The 10 of Cups is clarified by the Devil, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So here is coming this mental energy that is like people have seen you suffering from this. Those around you have seen mental anguish and stress and the impact that this period of waiting has had on you. I feel like this person has all of this energy to come in and balance out that stress through love. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands here in Pisces. What's influencing the situation? What is this Nine of Wands here? What is this Knight of Wands here? Influencing the situation. What is this Knight of Wands here? So the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Swords. You could have been for some of you, you may have been with someone else and like far into a situation, a commitment, and someone backed out. That could be another situation for some of you, is like you were almost ready to like really settle down with or decide on something or plant a flag, and something seemed to potentially you lost a person or a thing that created this like stalemate here, or this period that you were waiting. Let's go back to this Three of Wands. Why is this Three of Wands? What's going on here? Okay, sorry. Why is this Three of Wands here in the past for Pisces? Why is this Three of Wands here for Pisces? Two more cards to clarify. What is the Three of Wands here, Spirit? Yeah. Ew. I'm getting old, y'all. The Three of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Swords. This is the past position. And I skipped this earlier because I just thought you're kind of waiting, but now I'm curious what you're waiting for. So we have Three of Wands clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor, which actually came out in reverse. I feel like there was some kind of stress and loss and trauma that happened. Some kind of conflict that happened, potentially with someone very authoritative. Someone could have taken something from you. Someone could have stopped something from happening. Or gotten in the way. Stubbornness even, right? It could just be like stubbornness. Someone else's stubbornness got in the way, or someone's very strong personality created a lot of stress for you in the past. This could have been a past partner. And I'm getting that is influencing this situation. With mental stress, you know, like, again, we have this like mental stress here. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups and the hopes and fears. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Pisces for hopes and fears? Why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is the Queen of Cups here? Okay, the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Judgment card. I think, Pisces, that you recognize this kind of stress that is can create some detachment, or has created some detachment from this past situation, and you're wanting to give all of your love and hoping that you can give all of your love, but you're also fearful that you may not be able to do that. I feel like you're realizing that the person that this reading is about is bringing something like very invaluable to your life. It's almost like you've recognized what kindness is, or what, like, you have a potentially realizing that you have a skewed vision of what something is, and you're waking up to the fact that things could be different than that. And I think that's your hope. Why is the Temperance card here as the outcome for Pisces? Why is the Temperance card here? Please clarify. I see a tumultuous time coming to an end. Why is the Temperance card here? So the Temperance card is clarified by the Tower, which came in reverse, the Ten of Swords, which also came out in reverse, and the Four of Cups. Yeah, there's like an ending to a painful situation and a tumultuous time that has at times made you feel very alone. And that's going to balance out here in the future. All right, let's get some advice. All right, Spirit, what is the advice for Pisces? And then we'll get an oracle card. What is the advice for Pisces for this reading? What is the advice for Pisces? I want card for the advice, Spirit. All right, the advice is the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. The advice here is to nurture yourself, to create a home that you can feel safe, a stability of emotional safety is needed here, and belief that success is possible. You may have a belief that like love is, you know, shitty, which sometimes it is. But there is success, and Spirit wants you to remember there is success and that you have the potential and ability to be successful. There are people that come into our lives that can feed and nurture our souls in ways that we can grow our value system in ways that change our DNA, to be frank. So change is possible. Things are looking good in the future for you, Pisces. So hopefully this resonated. Please let me know, like and subscribe, send a message, make a comment. And yeah, thanks so much. Hope you all have a great week and a happy full moon. Peace, y'all.